And sometimes it's so hard because when you're like, I'm like this little, I just have like 2 rentals, it's hard to figure out like what your value is. There's
100%.
always something you have that nobody else has that you can contribute to. These are the verticals. This is what you do. This is what you do. This is what you do. And you don't cross into each other's lanes.
Right.
Now, I love it. I don't want to cross Carlos's lane. Carlos loves to cross all the lanes, But it was very helpful because he had to untrain himself from wanting to be, he's a visionary.
Right.
So he's the visionary. I'm the integrator. That's what resulted out of that. Now, I can lean into a visionary, but by nature, I'm more of an integrator for sure. And so when we identified that and we identified what we were going to do in our business, it just felt like everything just opened up. The clarity, night and day. Yeah. And then for me personally, I finally felt like there was a place for me in what we were doing, right? Like I finally felt like, okay, my skill sets aren't that they're not like valuable in the entrepreneurial world. It's just like, this is how I make this work. And it was a very key component, I think, that really helped us accelerate as well. Because for me, a lot of it is structure. So I was able to create that structure slowly as things started evolving, right? The business is starting evolving, but also for me, it's people. I'm very much like in the whole people atmosphere, abundance and all of those things is like where I thrive and what fills my cup. I hadn't found what filled my cup up until most recently.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It takes a while to find it, but not giving up gets you there, right? You just keep pushing forward.
Right.
So at the time, I assume somewhere around this time, you and Carlos are building a buy and hold portfolio. You're getting substantially more than one house a year at this point due to networking and your relationships and whatever wholesalers you guys are meeting and whatever activities you are doing to buy these properties. So you're building this awesome portfolio and you have operations that come along with that. I'm interested to learn, what was the pain point or the breaking point or the moment in time where you guys said, we need to go speak to Rich about EOS? Or did it just kind of come up naturally in conversation that you guys were having a difficult time and then Rich was there because of your relationship with Rich?
I don't think it was very specific, like we need help and this is there. It was more of we fell into the community and then we were like, well, this looks cool. Like we'd like to learn how we can, knowing us, like better ourselves and grow. So we took it more as like an educational and community building thing. And then it turned out to be a very like pivotal time for us in our business.
I know, or at least I think I know, but for the audience, how did you meet Rich?
At Ring, at his networking group. Yeah.
And then is that what developed the friendship and trust and ability to trust his advice on EOS and visionary and integrator and things like that?
Yeah, I think, I don't remember exactly how long, but we had known him maybe for a year or so. And I think there's definitely a, how can we help somebody who's also giving us information, has welcomed us and is open and is sharing. And it was just being around like-minded people where we felt like, okay, what value can we provide? What support can we give? And sometimes it's so hard because when you're like, I'm like this little, I just have like 2 rentals, it's hard to figure out like what your value is. There's 100%. Always something you have that nobody else has that you can contribute to.